Magician of Sport is a main story mission of Red Dead Redemption 2, and we are playing through every mission in order as part of our RDR2 mission series. To start this mission, talk to Dutch at camp. He and Arthur will discuss Trelawny, who has gone missing. Dutch is concerned that Trelawny might have been captured or worse, and he wants Arthur to investigate. During the conversation, Dutch mentions that Trelawney knows a lot about the gang's activities, making it dangerous if bounty hunters got to him. He suggests taking Charles along, as he is both reliable and skilled in tracking.
Take Charles with you. Oh, the sight of the pair of you would make a statue sing out its secrets. Okay.
After the discussion, find Charles in camp. Arthur informs him about the situation, and the two set off on horseback toward roads. Along the way, they discuss Trelawney's tendency to get in trouble, as well as the ongoing tension in the region due to the gang's involvement with the Braithwaites and the Greys.
Soon as we laid eyes on that fool of a sheriff who runs that town, I knew Dutch was gonna play him like a fiddle.
On the run from one bunch of lawmen, working
Charles,
for another.
being an expert tracker, notes that if Trelawney was taken, they should be able to find some clues at his last known location. The two ride toward a small caravan just north of Rhodes. Near the town's fence, as they approach, the area seems eerily quiet, with no sign of Trelawney. Arthur and Charles dismount and begin investigating the campsite, looking for any indications of what might have happened to their missing friend. Once you arrive at Trelawney's caravan, you will immediately notice that something isn't quite right. The door is left slightly open and the place looks like it has been disturbed.
So it seems.
Arthur and Charles exchange wary glances before stepping inside to investigate. Inside, the caravan is in disarray. Furniture has been knocked over and personal belongings are scattered across the floor. It's clear that someone has ransacked the place, likely in search of something valuable or information about the gang. Look around for clues, checking the overturned furniture and any scattered papers. Among the signs of struggle, you will find a broken teacup on the floor and a few blood stains, suggesting that Trelawney may have been taken by force.
Bed's not made.
As Arthur and Charles piece together the situation, Charles points out some muddy boots prints leading away from the caravan. They don't appear to belong to Trelawney, meaning whoever was here likely took him. With enough evidence gathered, Arthur and Charles head back outside, mounting their horses to follow the trail and track down their missing friend. Use the eagle eye by pressing in both sticks to highlight the trail left behind. The footprints, along with signs of a struggle, suggest that Trelawney was taken against his will. Follow the tracks carefully as they lead into the woods, staying alert for any signs of danger.
Hotel in town.
You know, when me and Javier went down with Trelawney to get Sean, after the bar fight, I swear he talked the whole way and never actually said a damn thing.
I thought you knew. That's just
Not long after setting out on the trail, you will spot a small camp in the woods with two men sitting by a fire. Slow down and stop a short distance away before approaching on foot. Arthur and Charles exchange a quick glance, knowing these men might have information. As you walk up, Arthur greets them casually, trying to gauge their reaction. The men initially act innocent, but their nervous demeanor suggests they might know more than they're letting on. Charles, ever perspective, picks up on their hesitation and prepares for the next move. As Arthur scans the camp, his eye lands on a familiar object, Trelawney's cane, lying nearby. This confirms that these men were involved, and Arthur immediately calls them out on it. The two bounty hunters, realizing they have been caught, decide to fight rather than talk. A first fight breaks out, and Arthur and Charles take them on in hand-to-hand combat. The bounty hunters put up a struggle, but with Arthur's strength and Charles' skill, they don't stand a chance. Once they have been beaten down, one of the men tries to get back up, but Arthur quickly pins him and demands answers.
It's Trelawny. I don't know anything. Tell me where he is. Left.
No need to get too rough, just a little pressure is enough to make him talk.
Left. Down the path there by Braithwaite Manor.
The bounty hunter finally confesses that Trelawney was taken to a cabin near the cornfields by Braithwaite Manor. Charles nods, confirming that it's not far from here. With the information they need, Arthur and Charles leave the bounty hunters behind and mount their horses, setting off toward the cabin to rescue their friend.
Time there. After you.
As they ride toward the cabin, Charles and Arthur discuss Trelawney's usefulness to the gang. While he's a skilled conman and informant, his tendency to get caught makes Arthur question if it's worth saving him every time. Charles, however, points out that Trelawney has helped them in the past and knows too much to be left in enemy's hand. Arthur reluctantly agrees, knowing that if Trelawney spilled any gang secrets, it could put them all at risk.
He don't know where we're holed up, though. At least I don't think he does.
I don't know why Dutch still deals with him. Always disappearing for weeks on end.
He's got his uses, and, well, loyalty matters to Dutch.
Of course. But is Trelawney loyal?
Kind of. I guess Trelawney ain't exactly disloyal. Just got a big mouth.
When they arrive at the cabin near the cornfields, they spot two men dragging a badly beaten Trelawney outside. The bounty hunters realize they have been caught and immediately drop him before making a run for it. Arthur and Charles quickly dismount, but instead of chasing them outright, they assess the situation. If Trelawney talked under torture, those men now have valuable information that could endanger the gang. Knowing they can't let them escape, Arthur and Charles spread out, preparing to track down and eliminate the bounty hunters before they can report back to their employers. The chase is on, and the tall cornfields provide plenty of cover for a tense game of cat and mouse. The bounty hunters disappear into the tall cornfields, using the dense vegetation as cover. Arthur and Charles move in cautiously, keeping their weapon ready while listening for any signs of movement. Stealth is key here. Rushing in blindly could allow the men to escape or ambush them. Stay quiet and keep an eye on your surroundings. You will notice subtle hints that give away their positions. Birds suddenly flying off to the right and rustling in the stalks to left. These are signs that the bounty hunters are on the move. Additionally, for a brief moment, a marker will flash on your minimap, indicating their location. React quickly and head toward it to catch them before they can slip away. As you close in, be prepared for a quick fight. One of the men may try to ambush you, but with careful timing, you can take him down before he has the chance. Stay sharp and work with Charles to eliminate both bounty hunters, ensuring they won't be able to pass on any information about the gang. As you move through the cornfields, you will notice that one of the bounty hunters on the right has dropped his pack, which stands out in the grass. This prompts Arthur to search the area, thinking the man might be hiding nearby. But instead of Arthur finding him, he finds you. The bounty hunter suddenly bursts out of the corn, grabbing Arthur from behind and putting him in a chokehold. He threatens Arthur, trying to gain the upper hand, but before he can do anything, Charles steps in, proving once again that he is both a good friend and a deadly fighter. Charles swiftly takes out his knife and stabs the bounty hunter, freeing Arthur before any real damage can be done. Arthur catches his breath, nodding at Charles in appreciation, and the two make sure the area is clear before heading back to check on Trelawney. Just when you think it's over, more bounty hunters reveal themselves, retreating into a nearby barn. Charles spots them, and without hesitation, the two of you rush inside to finish the job. Inside the barn, the enemies take defensive positions, using the wooden beams and hay bales as covers. Stay sharp and use Deadeye to take them down efficiently. The close quarters environment makes for an intense fight, but with Charles backing you up, you will be able to clear the barn quickly.
Never goes easy, Dutch.
Once the last man is down, don't forget to loot the bodies. These bounty hunters were clearly well paid, and they carry a good amount of money and supplies. Take a moment to grab whatever you can before heading back
Get to work
outside.
now, Arthur.
Our luck's held this long.
With the threat eliminated, you and Charles return to Trelawny, who is still recovering from his beating.
Was they?
He assures you that he did not give up any real information, but the bounty hunters refused to believe him and roughed him up anyway. Arthur helps him onto his horse, and the three of you ride away, successfully completing the mission.
Told them I was an intellectual. Come down here from Oregon, looking for a job at the university. Of course, they didn't believe me. Seems you stirred up quite a hornet's nest in Blackwater.
So I keep hearing.
This steps up the next major mission, Sodom back to Gomorrah. The gang's troubles are far from over, and soon, Arthur and the crew will be planning a big bang job in Valentine. Don't forget to subscribe to see that mission, and remember our tagline, we play the game so you get the story.
There always seems to be
See you at the next mission.